Hey guys, good afternoon. Oh, my pen went away. There we go. Good morning, and it's been a little frustrating, honestly. So I did an Amazon run this morning. I got done in about 3.5 hours, a little more. Had me running around a lot more, but a good $60-$70 in my pocket. We had fun, and because of laws that I live in the state of Utah and being a foster parent, so I can't go in much detail other than it could have turned into a trip up to Salt Lake. Yeah, that's about as much as I can tell you, because in the state of Utah, I can't tell you anything about the foster kids that we have in our home. And exactly what went on, because then it could be used to identify them. So that's what happened. So yesterday wasn't a bad day, especially for sure using TreeCat has slowed down my listing a little bit. I only got 49 items up, but we had a lot of other things go on at the house as well. So I can't blame completely on TreeCat, but yeah, it definitely has slowed up a little bit. But it's still a good product. If you do want to use it and you want that discount pricing, I will put a referral link in the description for you guys if you want to use it. If you do, great. I get a little kickback. I think I've never had anyone use it, and you get the better pricing on it as well. So what happened yesterday? So we had a big 0 day on eBay. Nothing came in. I was quite disappointed. This morning something sold, but not yesterday. Dixie Cards had one sale come in on their side. It was a sports card. I'll bring that up since I don't have the anything on my Dixie Flipper storefront on there. Now I do have my Dixie Flipper storefront eBay link in the description as well, so if you want to take a look at it, I would love to see those. No pressure to buy or anything. If you do buy something though, put a message in the buy saying that you did buy it from me and you've seen this channel. I would like to know, honestly. So okay, so there we go. So on Dixie Cards, we sold a select Peterson Selva rookie card on there. I'll show you the picture of it right there. On that side, it sold for, so I picked up for a penny. I got in a big buy of sports cards on there. They on the platform about 56 days on the platform. Sold for $2.10. Purchase price, I need to change that. It says it was 25 cents, but it was a penny. Okay, update that. So might change some things on my side, but okay. Let me go back. All right, so yeah, so $2.10. Let me rerun this really quick. There we go. Okay, let's see if that changed over. There we are. So $2.10 is sold, bought for a penny. The shipping cost will be 74 cents on that. It hasn't come out. There was just a eBay final value fee of 57 cents, no promotion. So my gross profit would be like 80 cents. Let me just do quick math on there. So $1 minus, because the shipping hasn't come out yet, 74 cents. So I got 78 cents for the card on there. Yeah, I know. Wow. What big money, right? But it's something. It came in. I'm going to send this offer out. I had 2 offers. Yeah, I'll send both of those out right now. Okay. Card, 2 offers. Got it. Okay, so let me go. I had a sell on my Dixie postcard, or Dixie Post on there. It wasn't actually a postcard. So I found a lot of pictures on eBay. Some were like old, black and white. Others were newer. This was an older picture. It wasn't very big as well, probably about that tall and that wide, but it did sell. Let me pull it up. So it was a vintage snapshot photograph, African American couple outdoor with Seatone on there, and I will pull that up for you. So that's what sold. So ephemera that sold on there. So let me pull up. So it spent 88 days on the platform, sold for $6. Purchase price was 26 cents on that one. Shipping cost was 74 cents. on that one. So let me pull up my calculator so I have it ready for you. eBay took $1.14 for the file and value fee, no promotion on it. So my gross was $4.60 minus the shipping on it that will be coming out. So $3.86. Not bad. I will take that. So altogether, both stores did at $10.16 before you take out shipping. When you take shipping out, it actually grossed $8.68 on there. So if I run my report from the 1st to the 9th, I'll do that. I'm working my way out. It looks like my total sales from all 3 stores so far has been $305.57 with all my shipping labels coming out, supplies and that. I'm still looking at negative $81.19 on there. But the nice thing is my eBay store, my main one, is actually showing a positive amount on there now, so that's always a good thing on it. I believe it's $60, but I have a DVD that just sold this morning, so when I do my shipping later in the evening, that will change, of course. Let me set it in. Come on, there we go. Okay, yeah, $60.56. So probably be about $5-6 off. So $54 in the account. That is not bad. I gotta say, I had a new transaction happen. What is that one? Those ones are not. What is this? Okay. So yeah. So not a bad day. I'm gonna hit hard on some more DVDs. Get those listed using TreeCat on that side and move on. One thing I did want to talk about, because I think everyone has talked about it, and this is my perspective on it, was a new eBay seller update. It talked about shipping, that they could at any time take control of their shipping and that. I've listened to a couple people, but Justin Resellers has done a pretty good job. So if you have questions, go and watch his channel, his video on it. But he did do some research, and he's right. I mean, you look at eBay and how they operate. They tend to operate when anything is new to either throw into either the UK market or throw into Australia market to see how it does. And if it does well there, then it eventually makes it to us in the US. I did find it really interesting that the UK market, they have it where it's separated from either it's a personal account or a business account with eBay, and I think that's mostly due to the fact that that's how their government works with their taxes. Either you're selling it personal because it's a personal item of yours, or you're selling it because you're a business. The interesting thing is that so if you have a personal account over in the UK, my understanding is you don't pay for shipping. eBay handles all that up front from the customer. So the customer goes in, they choose who they want to use. So what Royal Mail, I guess, is their version of the United States Post Office. And then they have private companies like we have with UPS, FedEx, and a bunch of smaller ones. And so the buyer gets to go in when they buy the item to choose which one they want. And then eBay charges them whatever that amount is, because you put in the dimension and weight beforehand. And then eBay collects it and then gives you the label on that side. If you're a business seller, I guess you still have the ability to choose and to decide what you use. So if you want Royal Mail, you can go that way. If you want another service, you can go that way. And you handle that transaction and that in the shipping like we do on there. I think Justin is right on a lot of things. I think when we do see it come over, because I think, like he said, it's not if, I think it's when. They're going to slowly roll it out. Meaning they're probably going to hit certain categories. They might do DVDs. I don't know. But I think they said, there's a lot of talk of clothing, so most likely clothing, and most likely do it with sellers that haven't had long established accounts. on that side first, and then see. Me personally, my issue is if they are going to handle the shipping for me, if they're going to collect that money and I'm not ever going to see it, then I shouldn't be charged the final value fee, shouldn't be included in that total. Right now, your final value fee includes the cost of the item, what you sold the item for, the state taxes if it's applicable, and the shipping. So if you're going to take shipping out of the equation for me, meaning I just put in what the item weighs, what dimension is, you're going to then do all that, then, and I'm not going to see any money from it, then I shouldn't be, that final value fee should just be what the item sold for, minus the shipping. I don't know if they're going to do it. I know eBay, once they start getting some income coming from one portion, will it's a hard time to get them to stop taking it. So I think, for me, if they are handling shipping, fine, take it, don't charge me that, don't add it into the final value fee. If they're going to make it an optional thing where, hey, this is the new program, we want to see how it works, you can opt into it, or you can stick with what you already been doing. I don't know, I might try it and see how it goes. I think to make this a win for eBay is if they said make it an option for, older sellers that have established accounts, have shown that they know what the shipping is, they can do it, make it an option for them. And then say, and then also say, hey, if you opt into it, we're going to not charge the final value fee on the shipping, it'll just be on what you sell it for and the tax if applicable. And then with newer accounts, say we're handling the shipping until you kind of get your feet wet and show us that you can do it, and then we'll give you an option to opt out of it or to continue with us. So I think that would be the win for eBay here. With resellers, I know that would go a long way with me to not make it feel like I'm being forced to do it, but that's a choice in my opinion. But that's my 2 cents on the new eBay seller update on the shipping portion. I'm interested to see how it goes. Other than that, I appreciate all your likes and your comments. I didn't get any comments on the last 2 videos, so if you have an opinion about this with the new update, I would like to hear it. Throw into the comments, let me read through them and to see where the community stands on it. Thank you again for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and you have a great rest of your day. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.